Hello, good evening, everyone. Good evening, and glad to welcome you back to market session tonight. How is your weekend going? And how was your trade last week? I hope it ended positive. I hope your P&L ended positive. So tonight, as usual, I will be going through the pairs and then a few other things. But before we get into all of that, um, let me quickly say thank you so much for joining tonight's session. Thank you for allowing the shift of time. You we normally have this session 8 o'clock, but then tonight, because of few things, I needed to shift it to 9 o'clock because I needed to shift it to 9 o'clock. It's either I shift it to 9 o'clock or it's cancelled, and I don't want to cancel it. So hence the shift. So sorry. We are going to continue by 8 o'clock next week. So that said, let's get into the work of the day. So let's start with Forex Factory. As usual, look at the news lineup for the week. So Monday, there's none except for the um, slight impact news for Euro coming up 3:30. Then Tuesday, USD 130, but not so high impact. Wednesday, we have NZD AM 4 a.m. as well for the same pair NZD for the same currency. Then that same Wednesday, we have USD FMOC meeting. That's 7 p.m. FMOC meeting minute. Then Thursday, USD unemployment claims, prelim GDP for Thursday, and then Great British Pounds also will be dealing with that. That's for that is for Thursday. Then Friday, we have the high impact news on Friday all day for Euro. It's German Berlin CPI uh, data coming out, and then Saturday. So basically, that's the new lineup for the week. So let's get to the pairs. If you can remember, we marked these two places on this pair. We said that until market break out of this place, or at least touch the either of the edges of this shape, we might not trade this pair. And as you can see, market every time market went up to that boundary, it came down almost immediately. Same with this. So anyone that sees this will be considering a change of character or a break of structure, which signify continuous relevance. So, but then it is not a break of structure. At best, it turned out to be a liquidity swap. And that's why it's always important to know what you are looking for. So, but that's not even what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about tonight, um, what I'm talking about tonight is take a look at this. Every time price touch the boundaries, it readily comes back, and then you can have made so much money from this. So that's Euro JPY. We are still trading in you know, that range, And then we need to be extremely careful while doing that, or totally escape and then wait till the end of the month. But let's get into the DXY pair. So, like I said, our entry, so I'm not sure, but I'm not shocked when I saw this entry. It was hidden in plain sight. Let me go to day one so that we can see this clearly. Aha. So take a look at this. From January, I kept talking about how the dollar need to reduce, a lower dollar, a weaker dollar, and then all of that started putting, working together to achieve the same goal. And eventually, we have this. Look at this. Even when my price was going up, I said it's most likely just temporary adjustment, and then you should watch what you do. Look at this. Price retraced exactly back to the last breath of retraced back to this particular point. You know, Awesome. So swallow up all the gaps here, and then eventually market start coming down. Like I said, we've marked that place before now. But then, since let's get into other pairs. Now that we know the direction of the dollar is lower, is weaker, then we can now get into gold, XAU, XAU, USD. Let's see that. So since dollar is selling, then gold should be buying. So this week we should be looking to buy gold. So we should look for entry. So currently, if I zoom this all in and then take this back to um 1 hour, so measuring this all the way, So measuring this all the way, we can wait for a significant place for retracement to happen, a significant place for market to come down before we can buy. Buying at this particular point might not uh, might not necessarily give you more money, but then it is a warning across the community, you know. So let's continue. So look at this. We are looking for a buy in gold. We are just going to wait for retracement and then find an entry. That's good. Let's check Bitcoin, BTC. Don't forget, at a good number of times, I've spoken about the fact that um, Bitcoin has chosen not to follow um, the rule of strength and weakness in the dollar. So now that the dollar is becoming weaker, we expect that everything against the dollar should be rising. So let's go to BTC USD. Aha, so BTC USD all-time high. We have all-time high at 111, and we have current price at 107. So, and then the asset, Bitcoin itself, has been very bullish, extremely bullish these days. So, at best, we should be looking for a buy entry. You should be looking for a buy entry, you know. So let's look at this. Put this up, my fib. Let's check, and then this is 50%. So I am anticipating price is going to break into that 50% and find probably a very value gap around here. So probably market comes here. So market comes here or even lower, and then we can take it higher. So up here will be 105, right? We can take it higher. And then if you see a reversal confirmation here also, please take the trade. If you are not certain about what you're trading, you can reduce your lot size, and your risk to the barest minimum. So that's for gold, that's for Bitcoin, that for other currency. So if there's any pair you want me to check out or discuss tonight, please drop it in the comment section. I will do just that. And if there's none, if you at any point you have questions, you have me to check any pair, please drop it, my DM or in the group or anywhere you are watching from, whatever connection you have, or even you can go on my any social media and do and put that comment, and then we can find a way around everything that we do. So thank you so much tonight. Thank you for joining. I'm actually very sleepy already. It's been a very tedious day, a very busy day. But then commitment is showing up, every day, every time you promise to, regardless of how you feel. So tonight we had a very awesome session. I took you through the news lineup for the week. Then we checked Euro JPY, which is one of the favorite pair. Then we checked Euro JPY. We checked the DXY, which automatically helps us understand the direction of the dollar in long term. And then we checked gold, and then we check Bitcoin. So you of course you can suggest more, but then we just I intend to do this as often as possible so that you understand how I do it and be able to do it for yourself. So thank you so much for joining tonight. Please do have a restful night and have a profitable week ahead. Bye bye.